My name is Fred, and in this video I'll try to use some of the statistics possibilities. I have assumed that I've got two towns, and I have been out measuring the height of 100 girls in each of the two towns, them being the age of 17. So now I want to describe them. First of all, I want to make a histogram. And I have to have a list of class boundaries. It means that I have to know where the minimum is and where the maximum is. You have to put them into these brackets, and let's say that there are no one under 145, and I have to make all these numbers. I could put them in the spreadsheet, but for today I'll just do it here. In front of the students I often do some extra typing work, and that is just to make it more clear to them what's happening. The first one is in B3. So when I have the list of heights here, B3 is the first one and B102 is the last one. So here comes the histogram. I can't see it because the values went from 150 and upwards, so I have to drag here and eventually it comes. There it is. Put down a little bit. I could also do that I take away the y-axis to make it clearer, maybe. That's easier to understand. So that was the histogram of it. In the same way, I could say that I have to find my minimum of the town A equal to minimum of the list here, and the list starts from B3 and goes up to B102 again. And the minimum is 154, and I could point out and say, well, it must be someplace here, 154. And the maximum, etc. Town A equals to max of the list B3 to B102, and here it goes. 181 is the maximum. In some ways it is easier to put all of these things into the spreadsheet. I have prepared here that the histogram should be there. Now to type in the histogram again, I won't bother, so I'll simply copy this one and put it in here. Now I've got it twice, so I could delete it over here. That was the one histogram. Minimum, well, equal to minimum. And what is odd is you don't get any help here, so you have to remember it, or you could type it down in the input field and copy it over. I have it here, so I can see what the minimum is. So then I could type it in here, equal to, and just copy. And the same counts for the maximum, wherever it is down there, equal to, copy, Control C, maximum equals to Control V for inserting. And there I've got my minimum and my maximum. I want to have some other descriptions of the numbers. The first quarter, that is, which number is exactly where the lowest 25% ends. And I could type it here, Q1, come on, there it is. List of raw data, B2 equal to B103. Says undefined, but nice. B2 to, well, it was B3 to B102. That's the way it is. And I have the closing bracket. Here it comes. So 163 tells us that there are 25% below and 75% above. I'll copy it and I'll insert it here. That's the way it is. The middle value is called median. Again, B2 to B102. Same mistake again. B3 to B102. There it goes. And I'll just copy it. Control C. And here type down equal and Control V. And there I get it. That one was Q1. The third quarter here is equal to the same thing, only it is Q3. So here I get that 75% of all the girls, they measure below 172.5 and 25% measure above. This means that I can make a box plot. And box plot, I have to tell where do you want it. I want it down in -1. That is below the x-axis. And it should be 0.5 wide. And the raw data is the same as ever. B3 to B102. So there I get my box plot. Again, I could as well put it over here. Here I got my box plot once again. Now I delete it. There. I don't want the number to be shown. The label, again, over here, don't show the label. The box plot shows exactly that here is the minimum value. Here I have the maximum value. That is Q1. So in the first quarter here I have 25%. Then comes the next 25%, the following 25%, and the final 25% in the box plot. All these things I want to color red. Same color as the number I got above. So now I can see that they belong to the red girl, so to say, town A. Now I can copy all these to town B simply by dragging. And of course they should be blue. So I'll make the properties here blue. So now I can compare these. Maybe the box plot should be below. So I'll edit the box plot and say, well, I want it down in -2, below the other one. Oh. -3 maybe, just to make a little bit place in between them. Okay, so now it comes down there. So I've got the blue histogram, the red histogram, the red box plot, and the blue box plot. I haven't got mean values yet. Mean, list of raw data, again B3 to B102. There it comes. I haven't got the variance, but first I want to take the mean and make it into the spreadsheet equal to the mean value there. The variance, again over here in the input field, I get the 8, B3 to B102. Yes, worked. I'll copy it. Don't want to see those boxes. Equal to, that goes. And again, I can take those two and copy them onto the blue town B. I could color them red as before, the object properties. and I want to color those two blue with object properties again. I could also do other things, like saying, well, these are measurements, so maybe I should put brackets around and in between, that is lines and around and in between, just to show that they're different from the numbers above. That was odd numbers for the variance, but a little bit too big, I believe. Maybe I did it wrong. B4 to B2 103. Well, why did you do that? B3 to B102. Mean, something odd here. This mean again, I should say variance. I did something wrong with my copying, and again, if I do this in class, I simply correct it. I have to redo my variance, B3 to B102. And I'll put it in here. It went wrong when I copied. That was better. And I'll take that one and copy over to the other town. That's much better. Now it went red. Object properties, make it blue, please. Thank you. The normal distribution could go on top of these. If I don't want to show that object, I could take it away. If I want to show it again, I could have it over here and come again. All these I have here, I could simply delete because I don't need them anymore. So the whole algebra window isn't used. Now in normal distribution, I should use the mean value. The mean value, well, here it is B110. Standard deviation, well, it's actually square root of the variance B111. Now if I only do this, the area below the normal distribution is 1. Now the area below the histogram here is 100. So I have to multiply this with 100 to get it okay. I'll copy it and I'll put it here, equal to, and there it goes. Maybe I should take away the blue histogram just to hide it, just to make it clearer that this is the red one. And I could make up the properties, let it be red. Now I could copy that one to the other one, only it's red, it shouldn't be. Object properties, make it blue, please. They went blue, both of them. Because I have marked both of them, I have to redo it, like that. And again, I want to see the histogram up here. Show the object. Thank you. So here I have a lot of descriptions for the girls in the two towns. In class I should now compare the two towns, saying that the red town, they are more equal, the girls. They're more spread out in the blue town. So I could do a lot of that. I could do it from the box plots, or I could do it from the histograms, or from the normal distributions. But that is to be done discussing with the students. And that ends up this first video on statistics.